our cow Linda. She's sick. I was so shocked when I saw this calf laying here. He needs colostrum. These events have really taken me by surprise, all of them. First Linda getting sick, then the vet coming, and then the calf coming then, which I would have expected later. So I am right now on my way to a farm where I can buy colostrum in this special bag down here, as you can see. Okay, that's number 2. A few more to go.
Hold on. But we can pay later because you are like weak.
If this is a bottle calf, it's gonna be your guys' job to feed her. Good morning, guys. It's the next morning. I'm on my way to the calf. It's early, really early. Checked on the calf late last night. Didn't get quite the amount of colostrum into the calf than what we would have liked, even though the calf seemed to be doing fine. But I'm anxious to see how Lucky is doing today. If she made it well through the night. Was resting late last night, just out of it sleeping. So I have to knock here. Hey Lucky. Hey Lucky. How you doing, girl? Hey. Huh? How are you doing? Not the right bottle. We had this bottle with our sheep operation that we had a few years back, and I just put a nipple for her on there. Now we're gonna buy a bottle for her today, so the air is not going in it the right way. As you can see, Lucky is trying to nurse on the mommy, but she won't let her. Hey Lucky, come here girl. I have for you. We got a good amount of colostrum into her yesterday, but not quite as much as I had hoped. Right now she isn't too excited to drink, but she follows me and she searches for her mom. So I think this all has been quite stressful on her. She's here with me right now. Hey Lucky. Yeah, I'm not sure really what to think of all of it. She needs this as early as possible in her life, so within 4 to 6 hours from birth it's depending for life or death, but then the first 24 hours also the colostrum has antibodies in it, and there are small openings in the intestines of the calf that allow those to go straight into the immune system, and when those close up within the first 24 hours, and already after 6 hours the calf can only take in so much, so it's really important that this goes as fast as possible. He's shaking a lot, which is weird for this age, but I think it's because the contact to the mother's not there. not wanting to drink more, I got about 1 liter into her. I'm gonna come back in a little while and give her a second breakfast. So I'm not willing to give a prognosis for Lucky yet. She seems to be doing okay on one hand. On the other hand, you notice a big difference between the calves that are nursed and nurtured by their mothers. Linda seems to be doing better and getting better, but this whole illness, it really affected everything and her mother instincts. So she's not tending to the calf as she ought to. She's not pushing it away, but the calf doesn't nurse. She doesn't really call the calf. Calf tries to find refuge with her, but yeah, she just doesn't act like the mother she should be and need to be. Lucky is now a little bit over 24 hours old, and I am still feeding her colostrum. She hasn't gotten the amount that they recommend. This is her 3rd meal today, and she's eating small amounts each time, like half liter to a liter. It's really nasty weather outside, as you can hear. Throughout the day she has still tried to connect with her mommy Linda, but the sickness just completely threw Linda off and she didn't take care of her calf at all. Here it is. Well, here it is. There it is. I'm gonna give Linda her last medication now, and then I'm gonna let her off on the pasture again with the other cows. Hey, you'll need to drink a little bit more for me to be happy here. Okay? A little bit more for me to be happy. So folks, this has been the first 24-hour day for Lucky. We have a bottle calf, something that I thought would never happen with this breed. Or I didn't think it would never happen, but it was just very unlikely. She seems to be doing okay for the circumstances, I would say, right now. The kids love her, we all love her, we're glad she's alive right now. And hey you, what are you doing here, buddy? And I hope I can keep her here another night and then let her walk with the herd. Just want to get the routine down, and I hope that she will really start to drink well and nurse well. I know in the first couple weeks they sleep a lot, but we have had about half of the amount of colostrum. She has drank about half the amount of colostrum that they recommend, but that recommendation is for bigger calves, for the big black and white dairy cows. So I hope she'll be okay. She's not shivering as much anymore, and I think think we'll be okay. It's gonna be a nasty day tomorrow with all this weather, so I'm glad she's protected here in the Milky Way. And maybe tomorrow morning when I milk Bella, I will actually let her try to have her nurse on Bella, but you know, just so she can get that milk right away. But the thing is that I don't want her. I don't think Bella would accept another calf. The Highland cattle have been very, very distinct about that only their calves can nurse them. But even if Bella let her, then we wouldn't have any more milk. So Linda, it's so hard to get anything out of her udder. I've been treating her with double treatment, 2 different kinds of medication, and that side is still super hard. But I let her out now so she can find some food, and we'll hope she will get better. It's hard to get milk out of her. So this is just what's going on right now. A bit crazy here on the farm. Had a bunch of things break. Mail car back on the fence and break the fence and some other stuff. Just a lot of fixing up to do. When you thought you had things going, hits you from the side. Anyway, those things make you stronger, and I'm thankful that little Lucky here is alive.
Give me a reason to get out of bed. I need a minute to think, or maybe 2. 'Cause yesterday I lost control and said some things I felt that you should know. I need a day to clear my mind and leave it all behind. It's gonna be okay, no matter come what may. I'm gonna set things straight tomorrow. I let my worries fade, let them sweep away. There'll be another day tomorrow.
So guys, here I'm at our hayfield. I just thought I could make this part of the video here because we're working here right now, and my heart just sings with joy when I see just the variety and the diversity that we have on our hayfield. The modern agriculture, the industry, they till their fields every few years, and they reseed with only a few, max a handful of varieties on their hayfields, and that is just so that they can have the maximum volume in their harvest. And the thing is that it's not all about volume. The thing is that it needs to be also about the health of the cow. If you have a lot of variety, it's just so much healthier for the cow. The meat tastes so much better. The milk, the dairy products taste so much better. And just to see the variety, we have not planted a single seed here. And when we moved here this is now 17 years ago, this field, big portions of this field had like what looked like Christmas trees on it. Spruce trees that were just growing everywhere. It was a lot of moss. It was just a super poor pasture, and we've been working on this. And there are different kinds of clovers, beautiful flowers. This yellow stuff the cows don't eat. They trample it, but when it's dry, it's fine. But the rest is just, and it's just so thick and it's so beautiful. And we have so many insects, so many bees, and it just makes my heart sing of joy. I would think that we probably have anywhere between 20 to 40 different varieties of plants here, and I might very soon actually go and just count and look at the different varieties that we have on here. This here, for example, is one that you can actually eat. It tastes like sour candy. It's just so amazing to see all this growth here, and what nature naturally does. People don't want dandelions. I love the dandelions because they are such a health food for my livestock, and they also pull up moisture from deep. They loosen the ground with their deep roots. I have clover all spread out through this, which provides this field with enough nitrogen. And now all these grasses, all these plants, they're finally getting into the stage where they are growing much, much faster. You know, grass starts growing slowly and then it kicks in and just grows super fast, and then it slows down again when it gets older. And right now it has gone over this stage in the spring where it just pulls a lot of the nutrients from the roots that it had stored there from last fall, and now it just goes wild and it's going to grow. And then we're going to harvest it before most of the nutrients go into most of the plant's strength goes into seed building. So this year is just absolutely beautiful to me, and I'm so excited that this hayfield is just improving and getting better so much every year. And we haven't even begun to touch the potential that we have here. We haven't layered much compost on here yet. When we start to do that, when we start to add more chickens, more layers, more poultry, oh my, it's just going to be so beautiful. But this is what I want to see, and this is what makes my heart sing, because when I just see these fields with 2, 3, 4 varieties on it, it's just the saddest thing. You don't see any flowers. You don't see this biodiversity. There are insects everywhere here. And we've had a really, really nice year with nice spring now. We got a lot of rain, which makes me so happy. So look at this beautiful, beautiful field here.